steps up. Ricketts is at the high point. Jones. Aromaterio has a lane. Nicholas Aromaterio, the shot. Scores! Holy jumping! The Italian stallion puts the puck in the back of the net. Mamma mia, Nicholas Aromaterio! So to keep it in and does. Callum Jones for Potts. At the blue line, kept in by the skate of Thomas Maya. Maya. Down low on the half course, he swings out in the slot for Potts. Kyle Potts has it, hangs on, now he shoots, scores! Holy jumping! How do you do? Kyle Potts puts the puck in the back of the net. Blades block that shot, and coming the other way is Alton McDermott. He's in on the breakaway, scores! Holy jumping! His grandfather, Paul Henderson, must be ecstatic about that one because Alton McDermott just scored his first career Buckland Cup final playoff goal. Has been pulled. The Dukes are in the Oakville zone. Zone salvage. Swung that around. The Blades are trying to tie this puck up. It goes into the corner. The Blades have a chance to get this out. Lions will tie it up. 10 seconds. Gilmore has it at the point. It's in. Tips. Just wide. 7 seconds. It's back in the corner. Ewing's back in. 3, 2, 1. The Oakville Blades. Champion. Holy jumping. Blades win. Blades win. Blades win. The Oakville Blades are Buckland Cup champions.
You're watching Mamma Mia! This is Fire Talk with Nicholas Fiore.
Welcome back, everybody, to episode number 24 of Mamma Mia. This is Fire Talk. I'm Nicholas Fiore, the Oakville Blades play-by-play broadcaster, and joining me on this edition of the show is former Oakville Blade, Brampton, born and raised, just like myself, Kris Bennett. Kris, thanks for joining me. You're currently with the University of New Brunswick Reds, number 21 forward. I know the season is not going on, but you're still busy practicing, training, but thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, it's good to finally get a time here to chat. I know I've been a little bit busy with practice and school and stuff like that, so it's an honor to be on here. Absolutely, and I appreciate you taking the time. As I said, two Brampton boys, just talking some shot, talking some hockey, but I appreciate you coming on. Let's get into it right away. Obviously, you're currently in Fredericton, in New Brunswick. How's the COVID control? Obviously, I know it's in Canada, of course, but how's the COVID control in New Brunswick? Is it? I don't think it's as crazy as Ontario, but how is that, and how are the measures and restrictions up there? Honestly, for how bad COVID has been for everyone here in New Brunswick and here in Fredericton, it's been as good as it could get, I guess, right? So when I first came here in September. Everything pretty much just normal until about a week and a half ago. We've been into an orange level zone, they call it. So things are we've taken a step back just because there's been a few cases here in the province, but it's been until a week and a half ago, it's been completely normal. So it's been awesome here. I know my family and friends are back home in Toronto and Brampton there. So I know it's not going too well there, but I'm very fortunate to be here, and I'm grateful to be here right now. And yeah, for as bad as COVID has been to everyone, I've been lucky, to say the least. Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah, it's cases and numbers are rising up here in Brampton, Ontario. So you got to take the precautions, right? That's needed. Wear a mask, hand sanitize, wash your hands. It's very simple. You think people would have done it before COVID, but yeah. It is what it is, and now you gotta grow up, right? Everyone else, and take the restrictions needed. For yourself, obviously, you're up in Fredericton. You were anticipating a season, a youth sports season, in what would have been, I believe, your fourth year of youth sports with New Brunswick with the Reds. But obviously, that's halted due to COVID-19. When did you guys find out that the season was officially going to be canceled, and what are you guys doing instead now as a team to do stuff on the ice? So with the COVID kind of being under control here, and it's been under control since, the late summer there, we all anticipated a season, and we kind of just came into training camp thinking we were going to play, because that's the only way you could go about things right now with all the uncertainty and all the unclarity. So we've been training hard. We've been practicing as a team since September, and thinking we were going to play in January, and we found out a week and a half ago that we weren't having a season. So we've taken a little bit of a step back here. I know there's some older guys in the team, and including myself, I'm not really sure what's next in my journey here with hockey and with professional hockey. But since we found out, we're all in good spirits. We're still working hard on the ice. We're working out, and we're having fun. We're enjoying the time while we can here in this weird time right now.
Before the New Brunswick Reds, you played with the Saginaw Spirit in the OHL, and you also started your junior with the Oakville Blades. You played with Oakville, and obviously the team that I'm with now. You played with them in the 2012-2013 season, 2013-2014 season, recording 65 points in 87 games. Not bad for junior hockey. What made you make the decision to go to the Oakville Blades, obviously, a few years ago now? And how was it for yourself, your overall experience with the Blades? Was it a special spot for you?
Yeah, it's actually crazy to think how long it's been since I've played there. I guess I'm getting really old here, but a part of me going to Oakville Blades obviously was the organization, the program they have there. It's one of the best in the country, if not the best. So it was kind of a no-brainer for me, and I had a few really good buddies come along with me when I was 16 years old. Matt Alvaro, Kyle Jenkins, and Steph LeBlanc played with me at 16, and that was an unbelievable experience for me. The assistant coach, Jeff Schmogi, is my off-ice trainer in the summertime, and we have a really good connection. So to do that at 16 honestly was unbelievable for me. The experience was a little bit different than obviously than minor hockey. Sorry, you're playing against men, and it was a big learning curve in my journey as a hockey player. For sure, at 16, it was a big step, and it's something that at times it was tough, but I think it's allowed me to be the person I am and the hockey player I am today, for sure.
And you also had another challenge within those 2 seasons, because you were called up with the Saginaw Spirit before you went full time with them. 2 games in the 12-13 season and 8 games in the 13-14 season. How was that for you, the transition of going up to the OHL, back down to the OJHL? But obviously you wanted to do that. You were honored to do that because you that was the next level for you. Was it hard and difficult, though, to just, okay, I got a game with Oakville. Oh, wait, maybe tomorrow night I got a game with Saginaw on a totally different level, different league?
Yeah, so at 16 years old, I signed with Saginaw. I played a few games there at Christmas time. And then at 17, obviously, I was hoping to make the hockey team. And I did out of training camp until late October, early November, but I only played 5 games with the team. And so I wasn't playing at all. I wasn't developing at 17 there. We had an older team in Saginaw, and the coaches just sent me down to Oakville just to play games, be a good player, develop, and get a lot of ice time. So that's what I did, and it was the best thing for me, honestly. It was I enjoyed my time, my 17-year-old year in Oakville. I had a lot of buddies there, and it was an unbelievable experience for me.
And that's great to hear that, Oakville was a great experience for you to move you forward to the next level. Do you truly believe, the Junior A hockey and the Oakville Blades prepare you, set you up to move yourself forward into the OHL with Saginaw?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Oakville Blades, I'm just trying to gather my thoughts here about other teams in Canada. But Oakville Blades is by far, when I was playing there, it's the closest thing to the OHL, to major junior. The fans they get, the support around the community they get, their dressing room, their facilities, their coaching staff. They treat you as if you are, a pro, a major junior hockey player. And for me, the adjustment, I'm so lucky that I played there in Oakville, for sure. Yeah, it really set myself up, and so many other players as well. There's so many other guys before me and after me that have been successful with their hockey careers, and a lot of it is from the Oakville Blades organization.
For you, what was the major difference from the OJHL to the OHL? I hear it's always speed. Is there anything else in your mind to say, okay, wow, because you were with Saginaw for 3 years and with the Blades for 2 years, but frankly, you were with Saginaw overall in a way for about 4 or 5 years, right? Because of the call-ups and they knew you. You were there. What was the major difference, you think, of the style of play or even off ice from the OJHL Junior A to Major Junior in the OHL?
I think I've always been a fast player, a fast skater. I play the game fast, but I think the biggest thing for me was size at the next level, and also just your ability to make plays and not turning the puck over at the wrong spots on the ice, and kind of understanding and thinking the game more than anything. In my time when I was 16 and 17, I'd make a couple mistakes out there, but they don't necessarily cost your team or cost yourself as much as at the next level, whereas you turn the puck over at the blue line against first round NHL players, it's going to cost you. So I think that was the biggest thing, is just understanding the game, playing the game the right way, and just becoming a smarter hockey player, I think, for the most part, along with getting bigger, faster, and stronger as well, because they are bigger.
When you made the jump, Kris, to the OHL from 2014 to 2017 with the Saginaw Spirit, you didn't do all half bad, man. 114 points in 195 games overall with Saginaw. Also assistant captain in the 2016-2017 season, which I believe was your last season in the OHL. Talk about being a leader. You could always be a leader without a letter on your chest. Everyone knows it in any sport, let's be frank. But when you have that letter, there's also a certain level that you have to upstand to, doesn't it? And what is that for you? What did the A mean for you in a leadership role with the Saginaw Spirit?
It was a true honor to me, obviously, being a leader in major junior hockey. It was huge to myself. And for me, it wasn't really changing who I am or how I play. It was just, becoming better every single day and leading through my actions and by example, because as a 20-year-old in the league, there's, I just touching on the Oakville days and coming up, getting called up to Saginaw when I was 16 and 17, there's younger kids that are looking up to you. So for me, it was just leading through my actions every single day, trying to be a pro every single day, trying to improve and get better and, be a good person. But for me, it wasn't so much, being too vocal. Obviously, I'm vocal at times, but it was just through my actions, being there for the younger guys and just letting them be heard. Because for some kids, it's tough, moving away at 16 years old. So I think that was the biggest thing for me.
And we're going to touch upon that, the moving away factor in the game of hockey in general. Before we get there, after the OHL, you basically kept on going up and up and up. And sometimes you don't see that, right? It's every player's path, every guy's path, every girl's path is different, right? But you started in, minor hockey, you went to junior hockey, went to major junior, then you went to school, right, in U Sports, which is great to see. And for you, 2017 to 2020 with the University of New Brunswick, 89 games played, right, in the regular season, 113 points, 16 playoff games, 17 points. It looks like you found a home, Kris, and you found a niche in New Brunswick, and you said, okay, this is me. Now I'm going to really show my game. I'm going to take over. Your numbers were good in junior and major junior, but it kind of took off in U Sports, in school. What was that like for you, the transition to U Sports, and to say, okay, now I'm going to take my game to the next level?
Honestly, after major junior, I wasn't sure what was going to be next with my hockey career and what I was going to do moving forward. But I was lucky enough to get a call from the head coach here at UNB, and he asked me if I wanted to come out for a visit. And not everyone gets that type of phone call out of major junior, because every recruit that we get here at this school, it's they could be AHL players, they're the best overagers in their league. So for me to come out here was an absolute no-brainer. I had one buddy from Brampton, Matthew Peckgrave. He played here for 4 years. He won 2 national championships, and he's in the American Hockey League now, doing pretty well for himself. So just seeing what other guys have done, playing the National Hockey League from here, playing the American Hockey League, and just develop as a hockey player. that was the biggest thing. And when you're here, you're pushed every single day to get better on the ice and off the ice. It certainly hasn't been easy for myself, but the success that I've had here is, it just says a lot about the program here at UNB. And, we hear it here all the time. It's not for every hockey player because, it's a lot. Every day is accounted for, and, it's for someone that wants to get better every day. So, it's been an unbelievable experience for me. I can't say enough good things about UNB. So I'm just so grateful to be here.
After major junior with Saginaw, did you have any other options? Were you thinking of any other teams staying local, like a Western or a Queens or something like that? Or was it just this coach reached out to me in New Brunswick, let's go see, and if it works, I'm going to go there?
No, I had a lot of calls from Ontario schools, a lot of meetings with schools, and but for me, just talking with my family and friends, I think the best thing for me was to come out east. There's a couple of schools that I was talking to, but once I visited UNB, it was unbelievable. They won back-to-back national championships before the season before I got here, and they lost a lot of forwards, so they needed a new crop coming in, and myself, and there was 5 others that came in with me that we've loved it so far. I was lucky enough to have success my first year, just thanks to obviously the coaches give me the opportunity and the chance to play and to get better every single night. So it was big for me that they're losing a lot of guys, and the program here is great.
Absolutely, and I can see that, right? I mean, the facility, everything just top notch in New Brunswick, and obviously, we talked about the difference from OJ to O. In your opinion, is there or any transition and difference from the OHL to U Sports school hockey?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a little bit of a different game. It's definitely more, a lot more chippy. It's a lot more hitting. 100%. It's you got to keep your head up out there. There's some older guys kind of running around, but the transition for me, it's I've never the teams I played on in junior, they've never been a high end team. Whereas here, we're the best team in the country every single year. So it's the transition to play with unbelievable hockey players every night and have the chance to win every single night. The transition, it's definitely been different just because I've been on such a better hockey team in general. But the league-wise, it's definitely the guys are bigger and the guys are stronger, and there's definitely more hitting. There's more stick work. And stuff like that. So yeah, there's definitely a big difference.
Absolutely. What was the major difference? What would it be from? It's probably a huge step from the OJHL, not just to the OHL, but the OJ to U Sports. It's probably night and day hockey, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it all depends where you're playing. Absolutely, but it would, in my opinion, it would be night and day here. We haven't had a junior A or an OJ player come to UNB for a number of years. I don't really know when the last time was, but for other schools, I think it would be a big difference. You see a lot more guys coming from major junior to U Sports and using up their school packages now. So for junior A players, I can't speak for it because I went to major junior afterwards, but I could just imagine it would be night and day. Absolutely.
And you also talked about earlier moving away from home, and obviously you're not billeting now, but you have your own place, I'm sure, with a few buddies, and you're kind of like you have a home there in New Brunswick. Let's be honest, right in Fredericton. But at first, how was the transition? Were you billeting? Were you on campus, or how was it all? And obviously, how is it now, a few years later, living away from home?
So my first year here at UNB, I had a house with three other first year hockey players on the team. So that was a bit of a transition, to say the least. Moving away, there's no billets. It's kind of a free for all. You're just kind of trying to figure things out. What am I having for supper tonight? It's not just stuff like that. It's just the little things. But at that age, you're older. There's so many guys here to look up to and kind of guide you through, what they've gone through, their experiences and stuff like that. But yeah, you're much more on your own here. You got to wake up, you got to go to class, you got to go to the rink, you got to get your studies done, and you don't really have parents to rely on or bills to rely on to cook you dinners when you have no time, or when you're super tired, or when you're busy. So you learn pretty quick to turn into a man, and that's what it's been like here. It's been awesome. I'm still living with one of the guys since my first year, and since last year I was living with 4 other guys since my first year as well. So it's been great. We all get along really well.
You mentioned it. I feel like it's a growing up stage as well. It's just a maturity level. Obviously, everyone has immaturities in life. It's just the way it is. You're supposed to live life to the fullest, right? But I feel like moving away is probably a next level. Like, okay, I actually got to kind of grow up now in some aspect of life, don't I? Yeah,
no, absolutely. And it, especially out here in New Brunswick and in Fredericton, it's much, much different than being back home, to say the least. It's a much slower pace, but I think that's a benefit though for myself and for the guys that come here. It's things are very, very easy to access. The guys are unbelievable. If you need something, they tell you where to get it, or they help you out. And like I said, they've been through it. But yeah, you're pretty much you're forced to just grow up and kind of figure it out. So yeah.
You know Ross Sloan pretty well. Former Oakville Blade and now current assistant coach and assistant GM of the Oakville Blades, and you played together, if I'm not mistaken. And yep. he said that you got to ask Kris about his best Crazy Frog impression. Hey, there had to be something funny in there. You knew something had to come. Is that a thing?
I'm not doing it. Sorry?
Is that a thing or what?
Yeah, we used to just make weird faces to each other, imitating the Crazy Frog. But yeah, it's.
Hey, you moved on from that, right?
I don't know how to do that now.
It's all good, buddy. It's all good. I had to mention it.
I'll FaceTime him in a few days, and we could get that joke going again.
Yeah, there you go. I brought it up for you guys again. Yeah. Listen, Kris, I appreciate you coming on. Obviously, there's no season for yourself. But, you've been busy, you got to keep the studies up. You got to keep the grades up, as well as obviously still training and doing your thing with the Reds there in New Brunswick. So I appreciate you coming on, and best of luck moving forward, man. Yeah, thanks a lot, Nicholas. It's an honor to be on here. It's been great chatting with you, and best of luck to you as well. I hope all goes well and you're staying safe and you're healthy. Thanks, man. And obviously, hopefully maybe I get to the U Sports one day as a broadcaster. You never know. Absolutely. Yeah. I'll go from there. We all want to move up, right? You'll be gone by that time, but hey, hopefully you're up in the higher ranks. And yeah, hopefully. We just keep on plugging away, right? That's the deal. That's the plan. Listen, stay safe up there as well. I appreciate you coming on again. And everyone, this was episode number 24 of Mamma Mia. This is Fire Talk with the University of New Brunswick Reds. Number 21 forward, Kris Bennett, Brampton native as well. And that was a great episode. We're coming up to the holidays. We're going to have a special holiday episode 2 days before Christmas. So do not miss that one. But this was episode number 24. Follow us on social media as well. I'm Nicholas Fiore, the broadcast voice of the Oakville Blades. Stay safe and Mamma Mia.
Now Davis takes it and looks to come the other way. Davis is in, trying to drive. And he will look to go across. Good play to Davis, though, to get it right back to him. He goes down low to Israels. Centering, it's there. Scores! Stevie! Steven Whittle scores his first OJHL playoff goal for the Oakville Blades. This game is opening up in a big way for both teams. Ricketts, centering, what a pass, Israel's breakaway, the move, scores! What a goal for the Alaska Fairbanks commit, the assistant captain, Harrison Israels, with an absolute dandy. Down low to Lyons. Jack Lyons centering. Scores! The double jacks combine as that puck popped up like a jack in a box. And it's Jack Ricketts from Jack Lyons. 6-1 on the 40th shot of the game. It's all Oakville. Blake Smith hits it in. A chance here can develop, but the Blades will look to take it. And Ricketts finds Israels. Breakaway, Israels. A chance, backhand. Rebound. Scores! And the Oakville Blades win it here in Toronto.
That was Mamma Mia, This is Fire Talk with Nicholas Fiore. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next episode.